What's going on, you guys? How you guys doing? Dogg, Anti-Imperial to Chill here. One name, three personalities, Dogg, Anti-Imperial to Chill. So this is going to be a multi-part thing. You guys know how I am. This is part one. It's all good. But it's going to be a multi-part thing. This is about date questions. So people reached out to me. A couple people reached out to me. And they were saying, like, when they're out on a date, what kind of questions should they ask or talk about or things like that. So I have a couple questions. I actually have like 20 in total, but I think I'll do like two. I'll do two right now, and then we'll just do some more a little bit later. So it's gonna be really quick. All right, so we were out on a date, you guys, and this is for a relationship, right? This is not like if you're trying to get to like just have sex with somebody, because like really honestly, if you're just gonna have sex with somebody, you should probably just invite them to your house, you know what I mean, and just talk nonsense there, and then just have sex if it's just about sex. But you know, I'm taking it from the stance of going out on dates is when you're going to be with somebody where you want to get to know them for a possible relationship in the future, right? So that's what we're talking about, possible relationship in the future. That's the type of date that I'm focused on, okay? All right, so kind of windy out here again, but so the first thing that you guys need to think about or whatever is or one question you can ask them if you're kind of lost or you kind of like don't know what questions to ask or whatever. One question you can ask them is, where do you see yourself in like 4 years? Where do you see yourself 4 years from now? The reason why I picked 4 years, you guys, because like 4 is like a really good number, because if you think about it, you're kind of like in middle school for 4 years, you're in high school for 4 years, you know what I mean? So, and you're in college for basically more or less 4 years. So I'm trying to put my camera on something steady here. And you're basically in college for more or less 4 years. So I kind of looked at it like that. 4 years is a kind of good number. So wherever they are from that point right there, where you guys are out on a date, if they kind of look at it, or if you ask them like, where do you see yourself in the next 4 years? Where do you see yourself 4 years from now? There's a pretty good gauge on, you know, as far as the time period goes. The reason why you guys want to ask them this, you guys, is because you want to see if they're not a fucking loser, right? Like you want to see if they're not, you know, if they're organized, if their life is organized, if they have direction in their life, if they have a plan for their life, you know what I mean? So you're going to ask them, you know, where do you see yourself in 4 years? You know, where do you see yourself 4 years from now? If they're like, shoot, I don't know, then you know you're dealing with a fucking loser, right? If they don't know what the fuck they're going to be doing in 4 years. So you want to ask somebody, you know what I'm saying, where do you see yourself in 4 years? What's your 4-year plan? You know, where do you plan to be in 4 years? That's a good question to ask them, okay? If they're so disorganized that they really can't give you a plan for 4 years, or they don't know a plan for the next 4 years, ask them this. This is an alternate question you can ask them, right? What is one thing that you want to have within the next 4 years? Pretty simple. What is one thing you want to have within the next 4 years? So that takes the long-term goal of where do you see yourself 4 years from now, or what's your plan for the next 4 years, into a really short-term goal of what is one thing you hope to have within the next 4 years. Because this right here is like the dumbed down question. You know how like in school and education, right? They like a teacher can give you real questions, or a teacher can dumb it down. A teacher can give you a real test, or a teacher can dumb down the test for you. This is like a dumbed down question. What is one thing if they can't answer, what is your plan for the next 4 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 4 years? The dumbed down question is, what is one thing that you want to have within the next 4 years? That's the dumbed down question. Because that's a simple question. Tell me one thing you want to have within the next 4 years. That's fucking simple. Oh, I hope to have a car within the next 4 years. Great. I hope to have my own apartment within the next 4 years. Wonderful. That's an easy question. Tell me one thing that you want to have within the next 4 years. That's real simple, real easy. I hope to move out of my parents' house within the next 4 years. That is fucking great. That's wonderful. That's the dumbed down question. So if they can't answer Where do you see yourself 4 years from now? What is your plan in the next 4 years? What is your plan for 4 years from now? If they can't answer that because their life is just not that organized, they're losers, they don't have any direction in life, at the very least, they should be able to answer the dumbed down question, which is, what is one thing that you want to have within the next 4 years? They should at the very least be able to answer that one. All right? That's the first question for the date questions. The second question for the date question, you know what? I should just probably do one per. Nah, I'll do number 2. The second, I was like, I should just do one. Part 1 will be question 1. Now I'll do 2. The second question for the date questions. Ask them. This is what you should ask them. When you get stressed out, where do you like to go, or what do you like to do to relieve your stress? Again, this is not for somebody you want to have sex with. This is for somebody you want to hopefully build a relationship with, so you can start to try to see what type of person they are. Right? First question was, where do you see yourself in 4 years? What's your 4-year plan? Second question, when you get stressed out, where do you like to go, or what do you like to do to help you get over or relieve that stress? Why are you asking them this question? The reason why you're asking them this question, you guys, is because, guys and girls, this is for anybody. The reason why you're asking them this question is, and when I say guys, I kind of mean like in a general term, not like guys, just men. I'm talking to men, women, transsexuals, transgender. I'm talking to everybody, all right? The reason why you ask them, when you get stressed out, where do you go or what do you like to do, is because that shows what type of person they are as far as what you're going to have to deal with in the future. Because if there's somebody that can't deal with stress, then you need to not take this relationship any further. You need to, this should be the first and only date. You shouldn't date them anymore. You ask somebody, what do you do when you're stressed out? Where do you go? What do you like to do when you get stressed? How do you relieve that stress? If they say something like, oh man, I just start smoking. Oh, you know, I got to hit the bottle. You're probably dealing with a possible addict, or somebody who's like a alcoholic or something like that. Because let me tell you something. Life doesn't get any easier. Life does not get any easier. So if the person that you're on this date with, if the way they deal with their stress is that they smoke some weed, they got to smoke or smoke cigarettes, or they got to drink alcohol, they don't know how to cope with stress in a positive way. And you're dealing with a future addict in your household, because they're going to have more and more stress as life goes on, because life doesn't get any easier, you guys. So you're dealing with a future addict, alcoholic in your household. Because the answer, when you ask them, what do you do when you get stressed out? How do you deal with your stress? How do you relieve your stress? It should be something positive. I meditate. I go for a walk on the beach. Something positive. Something that's not a negative action. Meditating, that's not a negative action, that's a positive action. Going for a walk on the beach, a positive action. Sometimes when people get stressed out, they exercise. I go for a jog when I get stressed out. I go for a walk, I go for a jog, I exercise. Positive action. It shouldn't be, whenever I get stressed, I turn to drugs or alcohol. You're dealing with an addict, a future addict in your household if you choose to stay with this person. It should not be, whenever I feel stressed, I like to hit the wall, punch the door. I throw dishes. You're dealing with future abuse in your household if you stay with that person. That is a future abuser in your household. They will be hitting the wall now when they're stressed out. Next, they'll be hitting you in 15 years when they're stressed out. Don't have a second date with that person if that's their answer. That they like to hit stuff or throw things. That's the wrong answer for this question. This should be the first and last date with that person if that's their answer. Because see, if you ask these type of questions, this is the thing. Somebody that doesn't ask these type of questions and then years and years down the line, they're complaining about their significant other, their spouse, because their spouse is an alcoholic or a drug addict or beats them. If you know somebody like that, you tell them, well, apparently you didn't go to Anti-Imperial's YouTube page and listen to his questions. Because if you did, you wouldn't be going through these issues because you would have saw the red flags. This is just part one. Like I said, these are the first 2 questions. I got like 20 questions. This is just part one. I'm gonna get deeper and deeper. I'm already starting off deep. Come on, man. Oh, dog, Anti-Imperial to chill, man. 1 name, 3 personalities. Y'all already know how it goes, man. Old Dog Anti-Imperial Chill. I'm gonna put one of my videos right here, man. One of my music videos. Y'all be like, what's Old Dog Anti-Imperial Chill? That's because I'm a music artist, man. Old Dog Anti-Imperial Chill. I'm put one of my music videos right here, man. Y'all take care, man. Have a good day or good night, depending on where you are in the world. Ask the questions, you guys. Ask the questions. All right, peace, you guys. Take care. Well, now I'm gonna put my music video down here. There you go. Now it's gonna be here. Here you go. You guys take care. Have a great day, a great night, depending on where you are in the world. Old Dog Anti-Imperial to chill, you guys. Peace. Bye-bye.